In 1871, the French Empire collapsed. Emperor Napoleon III was taken prisoner, and the state was left in ruins. This geopolitical earthquake was triggered by a 200-word telegram. A year earlier, in 1870, France held a firm grip on continental Europe. Napoleon III demanded absolute dominance, and his foreign policy was driven by a desperate need to maintain French supremacy at all costs. Over in Prussia, Chancellor Otto von Bismarck has single objective: to unite the fractured, independent German states into one massive empire under Prussian control. Bismarck needed a war to build his empire, but to secure the alliance of the southern states, he had to manipulate France into throwing the first punch. A sudden geopolitical crisis provided an opening. When a German prince was offered the vacant throne of Spain, the French government panicked over the prospect of being surrounded by Prussian allies on two fronts. France applied massive diplomatic pressure to kill the nomination. The pressure worked, and the German prince officially withdrew his candidacy. For Bismarck, this peaceful resolution was a disaster. His perfect pretext for a defensive war had simply evaporated. This bloodless diplomatic victory fostered a deep sense of arrogance in Paris. The French government now felt invincible, leaving a frustrated Bismarck scrambling for a new trigger. Following their diplomatic win, the French ambassador tracked down the Prussian king, Wilhelm I, at a quiet vacation resort in the German spa town of Ems. Pushing his luck, the French ambassador aggressively demanded a permanent guarantee that Prussia would never again seek the Spanish throne. King Wilhelm politely, yet firmly, refused the ambassador's demands, and the two men parted ways. Internal telegrams summarizing this dry, routine diplomatic exchange was sent back to Berlin. Grounded in the mundane physical reality of a spa town, the encounter contained absolutely no momentum, no insult, and zero justification for war. When Bismarck read the dry telegram, he realized he was holding the raw material for a devastating psychological trap. He didn't fabricate lies. Instead, he aggressively deleted context and filler words, surgically compressing the interaction. Stripped of its diplomatic padding, the text mutated. A routine refusal was transformed into an abrupt, demeaning insult against the French envoy. Bismarck released his edited version to the press on July 14th, Bastille Day. He timed the leak to strike the French public exactly at their peak of nationalistic fervor. The French press then took Bismarck's bait, mistranslating and further sensationalizing the already aggressive text for their readers. The strategic editing and timing of the information proved vastly more destructive than the actual event it described. The reaction in Paris was explosive. Tens of thousands of furious citizens flooded the streets, demanding war to avenge their national honor. Driven by public fury, a bellicose press, and the need to protect his own political regime, Napoleon III declared war on Prussia on July 19th. Terrified by the unprovoked French declaration, the independent southern German states instantly allied with Prussia for their own defense. Blinded by domestic pressure, the French government mobilized its army and declared war on Prussia without taking the time to secure any international allies. By letting manipulated public pride dictate their foreign policy, France walked directly into the role of the aggressor that Bismarck had explicitly prepared for them. The moment the French declaration of war was issued, the terrified southern German states instantly triggered their defensive alliances with Prussia. This chart shows the isolation of the French. Their troop numbers were dwarfed by the scale of the combined German mobilization. France's blind rush to war immediately met the cold reality of Prussia's superior military training, efficient rail logistics, and modern artillery. The French defeat was catastrophic and swift, culminating in the Battle of Sedan, where an entire French army was trapped and Napoleon III was taken prisoner. The conflict birthed a dominant German empire and infected France with a toxic desire for revenge, a sentiment known as revanchism that would lay the groundwork for World War I. The M's dispatch stands as an early masterpiece of modern information warfare. It proved that controlling the narrative and manipulating public opinion can be far more devastating than firing the first shot.